But to tell me I came out with DeAndre Swift over Bijan,
Jordan Davis, just still play the same.
You know what it is, man. Another week. Another perfect activity. We getting it in, man. We locked in, man, inside the nest, man. You can't stop perfection, man. What's happening, King? What's good with you, dog?
Man, nothing up, man. Nothing up but the prices of gas, man.
They're steady going up. They won't stop, man. God, I went to the gas station the other day, $3.11, went back, it's $3.39. God.
Right.
I said, hey, look, man, I'm about to go buy me a bicycle, man, a moped or something. I can't keep doing
it. Right. Because gas is too much right now, man.
So I think you already know I'm going with the first place of business, but we're gonna go ahead and go to the first place of business. Dalvin Cook has been released, and the tomfoolery has began of people saying they want him. I want people to stay far away from these allegations, man. It's not happening, bro. Dalvin Cook will not be an Eagle. No.
Dalvin Cook is a hell of a talent. Don't get me wrong, man. He's been injury prone as well, though. Not injury prone, but he's been injured from time to time. He did have over 1,200 yards rushing this last season, but I say that to say this. We got to take care of in-house. In-house, what we got now is fine. I think Swift is going to be the best option for us at RB1. RB2, Penny needs to, get those carries. I haven't really seen him in the OTAs, but I really think that he needs to get those touches, especially in the third, like you said before. The third down and the fourth down if we need it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Dalvin Cook, we need to look away from that. We can't just sit up there and everybody that, I get tired of it. That's why I posted that on Twitter. Like everybody that becomes a free agent or gets released, all of a sudden we need them. No, we don't. We don't need them. ESP is a fool for what he put too, man. Like he's a fool for that, man. We don't need that.
Hey, listen, I'm all for what we got in the locker room already, man. I don't need to bring Dalvin Cook. First off, I don't want to pay Dalvin Cook. Second off, I don't have room for him to. Who we getting rid of if that's the case? That means Kenny G out the door. That means Rashad Penny might as well be out the door too, because there's no need to have all these backs. If Dalvin Cook and DeAndre Swift here, I mean that'll be the majority of the carry. That's not the offense we carry, so that's not going to happen. I think we move on from that, and you know what I'm saying. Hey, listen, let's be happy, man. Let's rejoice. Let's enjoy what we already got. We ain't gotta come on, bro. We can't beg for every player that stop out
here. Facts. And another thing, that's why I said that he's gonna go to Miami because he's from there. He's from Miami, so he's going to float right to Miami, especially if he's released. Especially
if he's in Miami or Buffalo. Definitely can see Miami or Buffalo.
Oh man, I don't need Buffalo to. I don't need Buffalo to.
We're looking for a running back pretty hard, man.
I know, but there's a couple guys out there, man. There's a couple guys out there they could get.
Hey, DV, you want to address that?
See, Almighty, that's my guy. He always tuned in to every Philly content creator, especially my content. So, I like to thank you for coming. Now, with that being said, the midgets. So the midgets is not going to do anything in a division. I'm not a better, but I will bet that the Giants is not going to do anything, period. Especially because y'all don't even know if Saquon is going to be running the ball for y'all at the beginning of the season. Also, Daniel Jones, you don't even know what's coming. You don't even know what's coming for Daniel Jones, especially because we got some hungry dogs on our end. So I can only talk about when y'all see the Eagles. When y'all see the Eagles, man, after what I've seen for the past couple weeks, it's a wrap for that, man. Put that up, because I can't even see it right now because I'm going in right now.
Which one you want?
You got Coles, the one after Coles.
This one?
Coles. Yeah.
This one?
Dante Banks lock. What?
Listen. Just because he a first round pick, bro, you might want to ease up because you forgot who we got over here. I don't know if you tripping. Who he must finna lock up the left side of the bench. I don't get what you talking about. Listen,
I don't get it either.
The Giants win in the division, bro. I got a better chance of surgically repairing my own foot.
I got it. Yeah.
And I ain't never been to medical school, but I can repair my own foot better than they can win the division this year.
The Giants is not winning no division.
Not happening, man.
Y'all still gotta get past
Jones.
Y'all gotta get past the Cowboys. You know, the Cowboys.
They still got Daniel Jones.
Yeah, you still got at the end of the day, yeah. And both of those teams, the Eagles and the Cowboys, got a hell of a pass rush. And basically, we both got guys that can stop the run on the outside. So if Daniel Jones do that, he's in trouble. You know, that's why I said that. You know, you gotta pump your brakes to know what's going on with your team before you even come at ours. You know, but the Giants got a chance. The Giants got a chance to make the playoffs again. But that's about it. They're going to be one of those mediocre teams that they make the playoffs and they have a first game bounce.
Man, I got a better chance of drinking a gallon of moonshine and not getting drunk, man. What? Come on, man.
Waller, Crowder.
One of those dudes is a rookie, man. We ain't. Come on, bro. A rookie receiver with Daniel Jones don't scare me. Man, y'all got a wide receiver room full of number twos, man. Stop playing.
Right.
Matter of fact, I heard somebody say it better. They said it ain't even number twos. Y'all got a room full of threes and fours.
Yeah. And,
y'all need to stop it, man.
But that's what I'm saying. And then also, you know, they big up because they got Darren Waller now. Like Darren Waller, like he's gonna get homesick. You know, he just got married and they moved him. They moved him to NY. You think he ain't gonna be homesick, man? He gonna be hurt. I'm hurt. I'm spending time with my babe because we didn't even get a chance to really do the honeymoon thing that how we wanted to do it. So yeah, the Giants is gonna be done. I ain't worried about the Giants.
Watson, there was never a conversation that said they didn't improve.
Mm-hmm.
But we improved. So if we improved and we beat them 3 times last year, we might beat them 5 this year if we get a chance.
Stu silly gonna say they got a shot with them boys. Well, they play on week 1. They play in week 1. So we gotta see. We gotta see how that turn out. But right now they play on week 1. That's who the Cowboys need to be talking to. They need to be talking to them Giants week 1. You know, that's who they need to be talking to. But the Giants, you know, if Saquon get that contract, then yeah, they could be dangerous. But not dangerous. No, not dangerous enough to the point where I feel like that they're going to take the NFC East.
I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about him. We getting T. Higgins. That man ain't going nowhere, man. That man finna lock up with Cincinnati, man.
Yeah. What? T. Higgins is going to be there until that man is basically washed. And then that's where he going to go somewhere else. Then he's going to be probably like the third option.
Hey, man, today, hold on. I got a little clip from today, man. I want to.
Come on, wait.
A little clip from me.
So you heard my man, right? Nolan Smith, I was high on. I said, if we can't get Jalen Carter, get my man Nolan Smith here, man. Because after what he said about his hair, I said, get him here. Now, with that being said, Nolan Smith was on Chris Long's podcast, and he basically said he want to hit him.
Hold on, wait.
Come on, give it to me.
Because last time I ain't had.
Did you in the SEC? Do you mind it?
I don't mind it. I don't care. As long as I get to go out there and hit them up.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't really care about none of that shit. Man, you get warmer the more you hit people. I tell people that.
Also, everybody else is feeling cold and feeling sorry for themselves. So if you're just like, man, I'm going to speed up, you know, everybody else is slowing down.
I tell people, when you take the elements out of all that stuff and certain people, like, man, guys from Miami that come up here, they going to be like, bro, I don't even know what I got on this plate, but I just know my hand's cold as fuck. And then you got a guy on the other side of me like, I'm about to fuck you up.
Exactly, dude. It's all mindset.
You know, last time I failed you, I didn't have the clip fully loaded. This time I had the clip fully loaded.
Yeah, that's what I said. Just play it, man. My God, like I think that he's gonna out of this year, he's gonna get the first sack. Out of the Georgia boys, he's going to get the first sack of the season for the Georgia boys.
But I can see Nolan though. I can see Nolan.
I see Nolan They're only going to be excited to play.
The only reason I said Jalen Carter, I felt like Nolan was going to come in later in the drive. You know what I'm saying? More like the 4th or 5th play. Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis already got their sack. They already got their half out the way.
See what I hope that they do it like he's playing behind Sweat and not Hassan. I want Hassan and BG to still have that thing. I know y'all scared of our. Come on, bro. Yo, I'm the one drinking Almighty, and you drunk already, bro.
You drunk.
You need to leave the bar. You need to leave the bar, bro. You need to leave the bar, bro. But yeah, that's good that you got a lot of faith in your team, bro. Like that's good. That's good, man. You know, you need more people like you, but you know, not against these birds, bro.
We definitely not scared of your defense.
Hell no. You see what we did to y'all? Like when we ran, I think we had a game with Miles Sanders, and I think Kenny Gainwell had 100 yards on him too. That same game.
You talking about the playoff game?
No, not the playoff game.
Oh, I'm finna say the playoff game. The playoff game, Kenny had over 100 on you.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
On 11 carries.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, scared of y'all defense, bro.
No, y'all defense a little Rudy Poo, man. We are not fearful of you dudes, man. Stop it.
Cowboys. I don't know if they got the wrong Smith, but they, you know, how Micah was like jumping up and down that, you know, Jerry Jones listened to him and everything, and how everybody's talking about him. Hey, I hope he works out for him, but you know, not against these Eagles. I'm just talking to Eagles. Not against these Eagles. Hurts is mid. Yo, man, go to bed, bro. Like, hey.
How much you smoked today? How much you smoked today, Almighty? How much you had? Because you tripping.
Oh, man.
You tripping. If my quarterback, okay, look. This is the argument, right? If my quarterback mid, then Daniel Jones bottom of the trash can juice. Let's be real, because my quarterback had a better season than your quarterback, and I beat you 3 times.
Facts.
Matter of fact, 3 mud holes. I stumped 3 mud holes in you. It wasn't even close.
I mean, bro. I mean, the contract speaks for itself. Contract speaks for itself. The man at one point was the highest paid quarterback until, you know, Lamar Jackson took that. But, you know, Daniel Jones got it, what? Smooth what? 100-something million? Y'all stuck with Daniel Jones now. Daniel Jones is not
160.
Yeah. Daniel Jones is not Eli. He's not going to take y'all to the bowl. He's not.
They hoping
you know, y'all. No, he's not. He's not. I don't care who grew out a beard. I don't care who looked like who looked like that. You know, he's been working, but it's no way. There's no way that guy is the guy. You know, nobody picks him on his fantasy. I don't know why they got so much faith in this guy. I don't. You know, y'all need to be looking at D-Hop. Y'all need to be trying to get some receivers in there, man, because the receivers y'all got is not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. Yeah, right, Stu.
They wilding, man.
Right.
They
but
wilding.
Yeah, man. What you think about the OTAs today, though?
I think it was good, man. Hold on, I got a little clip from Jalen, man.
What stood out to you about the offseason moves and the changes to the roster?
Kelsey's back. That stood out.
You already know that stood out. If you watch,
we ready, man. If
you watch.
Oh, what's up?
I'm sorry to cut you off.
You good? What's good? What's good, Jigga?
So if you watch last year, the breakdowns of each game, Kelsey was the safety net, and Kelsey would follow the people, the running backs, and Jalen Hurts will follow Kelsey on blocks. The fact that he came back was everything, and it gives another year for Cam Jurgens to learn what to do, especially behind Jalen Hurts, who's going to be here for some time. You know, so man, I just can't wait.
Hey man, I appreciate y'all for coming out with us, man. But hey, our special guest has arrived, man. Hey man, look. I don't usually do intros, man, because this man needs no intro. But today, he joins the nest, man. So hey, y'all welcome Philly. What's happening,
what's
Joe?
Going on?
What's going on, guys? How y'all
Tell
doing?
me something, Joe.
Tell me something. How y'all doing, brothers? How y'all doing?
What's going on, man?
We having a look. We've been our quarterback has been called mid. We've been called scared of the Giants. I don't know how that happened. And then the normal trolling they give us when we get on here.
The Giants, that's a good one. That's a fun one right there. I forgot that they were a rival. That's cool.
It was 3 times last year, right? It was three blowouts.
Yeah, it was 3.
Right?
It was 3.
I feel like we beat them almost every year. That's like a tradition at this point, right? Like Eagles fans are used to seeing the Eagles beat the Giants at some point in the year twice. So, hey, I like having them in the league. I have no problem with them at this point. We keep winning.
So, hey, man, anything interesting today for you, man? I mean, I know you've been tuned in. We could talk about the Hurst interceptions if everybody want to talk about it, if that's what they want to talk about. But let's talk about something more prevalent because interceptions happen. You have to test to get results. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I did put that. I mean, at the end of the day, it happened. It is what it is. Who cares? Like, I don't understand why people get so like up in arms when they see that it happened at camp. People are saying it. People want to know. People, you draw your own conclusions at the end of the day. But there's a lot of good to take from it. You can look at it, and usually to kind of even piggyback off that further, usually this early in camp, especially. The defense is usually ahead of the offense anyways, because the offense is trying new things. They're trying to get that timing back. They're trying to figure things out on the fly. Whereas the defense, there is obviously, communication that needs to happen. And there's, certain things that need to happen and that need to grow over time with their continuity. But for the most part, it's kind of, line up at your position and stop the other players. So it's a little bit easier. Again, you don't want to say easy when you're talking about the NFL, but it's a little bit easier for the defense. So I do feel like they're a little bit ahead. But when you look at some of these guys on the defense, I mean, Christian Ellis seems to be like, I don't know if it's happening in the closed practices, but when it's the open practice and the reporters are there, it seems like he's just, shining as the brightest light. But you see Reed Blankenship really commanding. I feel like and I've said this in a couple of videos, I think he's solidified in a lot of people's mind as that guy, as a starter. It's his job to lose more so than it's his job to have to fight to get. I think at this point, you hear what people say about him. You see what he does at practice. The couple times that we've been able to see him, it's just it's impressive to see the maturation over year 2. And then Jalen Hurts is doing Jalen Hurts type things, and it's a good time to be an Eagles fan. I think we're gonna have a good year.
I seen somebody post that Ellis was getting some first team snaps. So I'm for you to say that, make it sound even more like, is he really finna step in and like maybe take Morrow out?
No, he ain't gonna take Morrow. I don't think he's gonna take Morrow out.
He was working with Kobe, so I mean, there's a possibility that he's gonna fight for that position. I don't think that having now 3 interceptions in the open practices is gonna hurt his stock. But we'll see what happens. I will say Morrow, every time I see him. And again, it's very limited stuff. Like obviously, I'm seeing the same things you guys are seeing at the end of the day. So it's like every time I see Morrow doing a drill, or you don't hear his name in the 7-verse-7, 11-verse-11s, But every time you see him doing a drill, he just looks slower than the rest of the guys. There's a bunch of linebacker drills out there and everything. He just doesn't look as quick. So it's practice. So there's not much you can really read into it. But we'll see. Okay. I think it's open.
Okay, Jigga clarified it for me. Morrow wasn't there to practice, so that's why they threw Ellis in on a lot of first team snaps. I mean, even though, hey, listen, I
saw Morrow. I'm pretty sure I saw Morrow there, but
if you're not there, then you can end up losing your spot for being absent, man. Move your feet, lose your seat. It happens all the time. But hey, we got to get down to what you want to talk about. Our coach talked about it today. I think I got the clip. I'm not sure if I got the clip, but I think I got the clip for you.
I have no problem saying one guy out that I think's just done a phenomenal job this offseason is Quez Watkins. I think I love his attitude of, and I've said this to him, and I have no problem saying it here. Like, oh, you guys, some people around here, and it's not in this building. We got a ton of confidence in Quez Watkins, but I kind of sense from him he's never.
I've been trying to tell people.
I watched your video and yeah, you did bring up Quez Watkins. A lot of us Eagles fans were bitter, I should say, about last season, especially the Super Bowl when he made that drop. We all felt like if he caught that, we scored there. It was a game changing thing for us, especially on the offensive end. But I really believe that Quez Watkins answered everybody, especially on Twitter. We live in a day and age where Twitter is the thing where he could voice his opinion on how he felt, and then he goes out there and play. For Nick Sirianni to say that, is all high hopes from here. You can't let some guy from Atlanta, Ozzy, I call him. You can't let him try to take that third wide receiver spot. I felt like that. He was going to come in the Zach Pascal type of position, but a lot of people want Quez out of there. What do you think about that, though?
I think Quez. Look, I think it's very premature to kick Quez out. His role, in my opinion, has changed every season he's been here. So it's tough to really carve out who you are in this NFL when you're always kind of trying to prep to be something different. And it's no excuse. Yes, the play in the Super Bowl was huge. The play against Washington, if I'm not mistaken, was huge. Mm-hmm. There's definitely, you can remember those 3 drops, which is rare for some players. You can't, Jamar Chase has 11 drops, but nobody can remember those drops, right? Because they're not necessarily in huge positions. Quez's were in very, very unique situations. So I get being upset with him. Because am I upset with it? Yes, definitely. But I don't think that he was happy with it. I don't think that he went into the offseason saying, I don't get why people are upset. I think he understood what people felt about him. And at the end of the day, last year, Zach Pascal, you brought him up. Zach Pascal was brought here to challenge Quez. He was here to push Quez Watkins, and that didn't happen. They both saw a fair share of their amount of targets. So I don't see it happening with Olamide. If anything, I feel bad for Olamide because now you're against not just the Quez Watkins that's been with this team for the past 2 years, or past 3 years, but with this offense for the past 2. You also have a Quez Watkins that is probably the most motivated that he's ever been. I've had the pleasure of having his trainer on the show a couple of times, and it's always the same thing. It's always just the mindset of Quez Watkins is different from a lot of people. So I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to be an all-pro. He's going to be a top 10 receiver, but I think that he's going to be good. I think he's going to make up for his mistakes. My only fear, to play devil's advocate towards that, the only fear is that he does too much or tries to do too much and continues to make those mistakes, and then you just kind of, snowball effect it. But I think that he has a good mindset, and he's going to be able to utilize the fuel from last year of the negativity, but not necessarily harp on the negativity, if that makes sense.
Hurts. I got a quote from Hurts. He said he's been doing a really good job at a number of positions. I've been with him since before we got drafted, the scout team. I have all the trust in him. He's hungry. He uses everything as fuel. I'm excited to see the show he puts on this year. Everybody seemed to be look, you could go back in all my videos. Anybody in here you want to clip me, you can go back. I never wanted Quez off the team, but I did want somebody to push him. I think that's what Olamide does. He makes him have to get better. He makes him have to earn that slot position. He puts him in a position where if you don't come out here and work, it's not like last year where you got Zach Pascal, who's really not a threat for you to, really take your position. He really a blocking type receiver. He's more of a 4 guy. He's not really a good 3 guy. Even when he goes out here to Arizona, he's not going to be the 3. He's going to be more the 4. So it's a situation where we good. You know what I'm saying? If he get pushed and he earned that position, y'all going to see a different Quez. Listen, it was 3 drops. The 3 drops are magnified because of where they took place.
I mean, you could go deep. Quez had mistakes. There's no denying it. There's no making excuses for it. But my overall thing has been, since I've been, saying what I've been saying on Twitter and, being told what I was being told, is that it seems like he's using that. And now this is kind of vindication. I'm not going to lie. When I heard Nick Sirianni come out and say that, I was like, I've been trying to tell these people. I've been saying this. I've been telling you guys that this is going, but it's good. It's good. I'm glad that Nick Sirianni said it because I think Nick sees what's going on social media, sees what's going on in the community of Eagles fans and stuff like that. And I think he sees that Quez Watkins is trying to rebut it. And I'm glad that he gave him those flowers and said, we see it, so like it kind of calms down the fire of Eagles fans a little bit, right? Yeah, I know a lot of people will still say it's just practice, but it still kind of gives you that, okay, well, if coach is seeing something in this guy, something different, that says something. So I'm hoping that it helps, Quez Watkins.
I think basically I got to give kudos to Quez Watkins because like everything, he read everything that was on Twitter and basically he combat that with, his own tweets. But then now for people like Jalen Hurts, who is well respected in the Eagles organization and Philadelphia now, and then also Nick Sirianni, who's respected, those two guys are vouching for him that he's actually, putting the work in. It's a great thing. And also what we didn't actually say anything about is this is his last year with us. And he's looking for a contract.
Yeah.
I think that's going to push him too, as well as Alameda. And I think Alameda is going to, push those type of drops. I think it's going to be a swap. It's going to be plays where Alameda is in. It's going to be plays when Quez is in. But I think what Quez needs mentally to focus on is when he's in there, make the best of it. You got 1A and 1B on opposite sides. I really think that he has to do that. And the best position for Quez to be in is to be on the outside and have Devontae Smith in the slot in those plays. Because Devontae Smith, he's our best route runner. I ain't gonna say great. He's our best route runner. So yeah, he's one of the best in the league.
Yeah,
yes,
in the league, he's definitely one of the best in the league. I think that there's so many things you could do. If you have a guy like Olamide, you have a guy like Quez. There's similar attributes. Obviously, Quez is a bigger guy, but you have similar attributes in the speed and the shiftiness. But you can shoot, go 4 wide. You know what I'm saying? See what you do there. You put both of them out on the field with maybe just AJ or maybe just Devontae, or keep 3 of them. You have 3 of them out there with Devontae, Quez, and Olamide. That's hella speed right there. Like there's a lot of different things you can do. You can even put Olamide in the backfield realistically. So there's so many things the Eagles can do with this offense. It's insane to think about looking at this Eagles offense from like a defensive coordinator. Like, how do you game plan for them? Because you have to like pick a poison basically and say that you hope that the rest doesn't work out. So I think Jalen Hurts is probably still that guy you game plan for because you feel like you can stop him, but I don't know what you really would like say we have to stop this and then we can beat them. I don't think there is that one thing anymore.
I believe that bringing DeAndre Swift here actually opens up everything, and it's going to be hard to dictate, especially as a linebacker, if we got to go against the 49ers, for example. It's going to be hard to dictate what we're going to do, and it's going to be quick decisions. I think that's what we're going to be working on in training camp. Quick decisions, things that DeAndre Swift is used to. And then also, Dallas Goedert, if he stays healthy, like, we missed him a month, almost 6 weeks of the season. If he stays healthy, who knows? That's another target, he's comfortable throwing to. So, everybody's thinking, oh, he had a big year because of A.J. Brown. And Devontae Smith had most of the important catches to keep the drive going. Even the drop pass against the 49ers, that was a clutch moment.
Hold on, DV. What drop pass?
That was a drop pass, bro.
What drop pass?
Bro, it's over with.
Go check the stat sheet.
Listen. No, it ain't catch, but we know, bro.
I know what you was talking about. Hey,
look. Hey, Joe, I know the play you're talking about, but on the stat sheet it say catch. We're gonna leave it as catch.
If you don't yell and one before you throw up the shot, it don't count. That's all I know.
Right.
Hey,
okay. Catch.
So we going with that. All right, cool.
But listen, hey, you know this clown dude that's out here, you know, he keep disrespecting our quarterback, man. Can anybody please tell me what's the gist with this Chris Sims guy, man? I really get aggravated. Like, you started off not putting him on the 40, then you put him 25, then you put him 7, but then you blame him for losing the Super Bowl. But then you don't discount Justin Herbert for blowing down a 30-point lead.
Yeah, I don't know.
He had him at number 4. That's crazy.
He's lost it. He just was crying on Twitter or on his show because a person that just passed away just was like mean to him on Twitter, and he was mad that I believe it was Tua Tagovailoa that donated a bunch of money to the guy that passed away. He donated a bunch of money to his family, and Chris Sims was literally complaining about it. It was like he's just a very different type of person, a very different type, and it's starting to leak through. So he's gonna be I'm not a prediction maker, right? But like I'll say this: I think in the next coming weeks, things are going to probably be in motion for Chris Sims because you can't say some of the stuff he's starting to say and show the emotion that you show on a professional level. It's just unprofessional. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. He's just something else. But I think he does the whole Jalen Hurts and the QB things and everything. I think he does little things like that to piss off certain fan bases, just to get them like in his clicks and in his views. It is what it is at this point. It's our fault. Somebody said in one of the videos I did about Chris Sims that we're the only reason they hear about Chris Sims. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. That's my fault. And I'm just not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to do it anymore. Yeah. Not giving him no more life, man.
I just did a short on what he said. And it's just like, I feel like he just don't like Jalen Hurts. He don't like his style of play. I don't know. I don't want to make it,
DB,
personal, but
I don't think it's not like him. I think he don't want to look stupid for his original take. He made a dumb take 2 years ago when we made the playoffs. He didn't put him on the top 40. Then he turned around and put him at 25, and then he went to the Super Bowl. Now you look like an idiot.
Right.
He said he didn't. He said Jalen Hurts didn't play winning football.
But majority of the games that we won that year, besides the playoffs, majority of those games, like against Jacksonville, to be honest, we was down 14-0. Jalen Hurts set the tone and was like, "Yo, I'm running this in. Hey, we gotta get the ball back," and that made the defense wanting to play. Jalen Hurts got that win. Jalen Hurts got us back into the game once he fumbled the ball. We was up 10 at halftime. The defense didn't show up. Jalen Hurts was the one that tied it up 35-35 before that big, special teams run. Yeah, it hurts. It still stings. But at the same time, Jalen Hurts did those things.
But I will say this because I feel like Jalen Hurts had one. I'm gonna preface it with this. Jalen Hurts had probably one of the best QB performances we've seen in the Super Bowl, especially for losing quarterbacks, right? Mm-hmm. But he also did fumble a touchdown away. If it was just a fumble, that's why it annoys me kind of that people give Quez so much flack for the mistakes that he's made, because it's like other people have made mistakes and other people have made just as big mistakes. Like that fumble, we win that game without that fumble, right? At the end of the day, they can't settle for 3 points if they don't have that touchdown. So, and I'm not taking anything away from Jalen Hurts, but it's just like I don't understand why we're so attacking Quez Watkins. Like, give him a shot. I know I just went all the way back to
no.
You good.
I'm following the road because
you know what I'm saying. But everybody's made mistakes. It's like we got to.
So here's my reply to combat that. So Jalen Hurts responded.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Philly looked at. Us Philadelphia Eagles fans looked at, hey, how are you going to respond for making that mistake? We all know that's a mistake. That's a common fact. But he responded to the point where, okay, I'm going to score again. Put our team in position to win the ball game. All year, it was second quarter, Eagles, highest scored team and everything. Third quarter, we set up there, let our defense do their job. We hand the ball off, run out the clock. That's what was supposed to happen. Running game didn't show up. Smitty pointed that out. And then the defense didn't show up. The pass rush didn't show up. And we could blame the field all we want to, but at the end of the day, man, both teams played on the field. Both teams played on the field. And like it or not, you know, we came up short. But I guarantee you, if we sat up there and made it to the playoff, I mean, in the Super Bowl this year or in the next couple years, we're not losing again. We're not. The position that Howie Roseman is putting us in, yeah, we're not losing again.
As a fan, right, you don't want to bring up that the fumble was a little costly. We was rolling. Like, if we score right there, it's 21-7. Yeah, it's not 10, it's 14. We probably up 21 or more at half. Like, we probably blowing them out. So that gave them a lot of juice, a lot of life. And then surrounding that, the rest of the team didn't even. Yeah, he answered, but who answered in the second half? DV. We scored. You know, we only scored 11 points after halftime.
Yeah,
but that's typical. That was our typical offense. That's what I'm saying to you. We didn't score that much in the second half.
I don't know who video was I watched, but somebody was telling about the reason we wasn't able to do what we usually do is because Kansas City came right out and punched us in the mouth.
Yeah,
and then we wasn't able to run the ball, right?
There's so many different things you can pinpoint that made us lose that game. It was a tough game. I mean, we're gonna be thinking about it for years. There's not gonna be probably a year that we're not think about if we win this year, even when we win this year, right? When we win our Super Bowl this year, we're gonna look back and be like, damn, but it could have been 2 in a row. It should have been 2 in a row. If this didn't happen, if that didn't happen, we're gonna always, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna beat ourselves.
What Eric B and Andy Reid did was attack our linebackers, and it worked. With Travis Kelce, you know, he attacked them. And then when basically they found out, okay, they're not attacking our weak spot on the offensive line, so let's double them and pancake them. And that's what was working, especially because of the field being slippery or whatever the case may be, right? So then Patrick Mahomes was able to run, hobbled, but he was still able to run. But Pachero, I don't know how to say his last name, but he was going off. So that's basically the reason why the Eagles lost. And Jonathan Gannon, I hate saying his name on my streams now, but Jonathan Gannon basically couldn't adjust. He could not adjust. He just basically played the normal defense that he knew. He did not listen to Vic Fangio and try to be extra aggressive. You know, they did hire him for 2 weeks, I believe, before the Super Bowl game. So I don't think he listened to him at all because that wasn't Vic Fangio like. So I do blame the defense more, but I do understand that, you know, the fumble, the running game. I don't really blame the holding call because they didn't call it all game until the last minute. So I don't really blame the holding call. I don't blame the field. But at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts was that guy, and he basically outdueled in a losing effort Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes did it more with his legs because we left it wide open for him.
I feel like this, King. You said it right. Like, he attacked us with the pass, right? He got our linebackers on their feet. They looking for it, and then he here go Pacheco, here go Pacheco. Mm-hmm. And they couldn't find this little 7th round pick for nothing in the world.
Right.
I'm watching the game like he going left. He go left, 10 yards. He go right, 12 yards. What are y'all? Yeah, and then everybody say you lost TJ Edwards. I'm like, okay, he part of the reason we got whooped too. He was in the middle of that defense. Yeah. You know, everybody wants Sue back. Everybody wants Joseph back. Is that the right move though?
I like what we did. I think that we got, you know, upside at the right spots. Like, at the end of the day, we know what we are at linebacker. Like at least the franchise's mindset of what we are. Like, not who the players are, but like what they think about that spot. We're not going to go out there and spend $20 million on a linebacker. So we got to be cool with what we have. We have very high upside at the position, whereas usually it's like, this guy's from the Canadian Football League. This guy's from Rounder. This guy's a guy from Temple that we just really like. We never really have great, you know, the last guy I could really think of is like, maybe I'm going too far back, but like a D'Amico. Like, I'm thinking, who's the last, like, maybe Jordan Hicks, I guess, 3rd round.
Jordan Hicks was good.
counted.
Chicks was all right.
But I mean, like, you're not Michael Kendricks. Michael Kendricks was taken in the second round, so I guess that's highly touted. But we don't necessarily always do that, right? So I think that we know what we have there. We have upside there. We have upside at the safety position and kind of a little bit of familiarity. So, I mean, this is how they want to build their team. So this is probably the best case scenario of how they wanted to build their team. You know what I mean? They got the upside at the positions that they don't want to pay much money at, running back included. So, hey, let's get it. I'm ready for this season to go.
How do you feel about that linebacker coach saying he think he can make Davion Taylor better because he knows his weaknesses and his strengths?
I think he can. I mean, I think Davion Taylor's a guy that we've seen, at least I don't want to say I've seen a difference on that defense when he's on that field and when he's not, like, especially towards the beginning of last year. So I think he's a guy that could, I mean, not last year, but the beginning
2021, 21, 22.
But I think he's a guy that can make an impact. He's gotten injured a lot. And last year, I don't think anybody was going to get any playing time that wasn't a starter. Like, the more and more you just kind of like watch and dive into the numbers on these guys, it's like, why not give Nakobe Dean a shot? Why not give, Davion Taylor a shot at some of these spots? Maybe not a TJ Edwards spot, but other than that, you didn't get like stellar play from your linebackers. So I think that Davion Taylor's been kind of held back a little bit, and it'll be interesting to see what he does. I hope he plays well, because if he plays well, that bodes well for the Eagles, because he's going to definitely be happy that we stuck with him. We continue to give him a shot. So, and we all know he has the speed, he has the athleticism. So if he can put it all together, that'll be a huge weapon for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, facts. But sticking with the defense, what do y'all think about Derek Barnett? Do y'all think he should stay on the team, or do y'all think we should just, look elsewhere for that position?
So I think he should be on the team, right? Because as me and you had the conversation last week, we don't have many dudes that put their hand in the ground that's on that defensive end, that edge rusher spot. Hassan Reddick not really a hands in the ground type of guy. Nolan Smith is more not a hands in the ground. So we sticking with Josh Sweat, Brandon Graham, Barnett, Patrick Johnson, maybe, depending on how they want to play him this year. If he want to be linebacker,
we had Taron Johnson last year. He was Jackson. I can't say his name. I don't know why.
So we're in a situation where I think Barnett, listen, he know the defense, he know the guys, he has that camaraderie that Howie Roseman is already building inside the locker room. It can't hurt to have him on the field. He's a vet. You know what I'm saying? He was on a Super Bowl run. He to me can be there for them young guys. Like, hey man, I've already been on this Super Bowl run. I've been on my career is here and now it's here. Like he's an answer. And I think if he can really put all his talents together, he can have a breakout season. Now listen, if Barnett turned into something like what Graham turned into at the end of his career, we might be 80 sacks this year, man. That's to be real with you.
I like Brandon Graham. I mean, obviously I like Brandon Graham. Derek Barnett. I like Derek Barnett's productivity. I think Drew Johnson just said it. Yeah, Drew got it, like literally hit it on the nail. It's like he is productive, but I just hate the stuff that he does mentally. It's just like, bro, why are you always? We even go back to that, clip of Nick Sirianni be like, not him again. It's just true. It's always Derek Barnett. But it comes down to this. What are we going to do as a contingency? I would like to say that we have 5 good pass rushers. Right now, we can say that. I say that you have, you got, I don't know why I can't think, Hassan Reddick, you got Josh Sweat, you have Nolan Smith, you have,
Brandon Graham,
and you have Derek Barnett. If you want to replace a Derek Barnett with someone better, I'm all for that. I am all for that. So if there's guys saying, I know people are saying Yannick, I know people are saying some other guys, old boy that just is about to get traded from the Vikings, Daniel Hunter.
What's up with that? I see some post about that.
I just saw that randomly, like they were talking about trying to get rid of him, and I'm like, bro, you could come on over this way. And we wouldn't even pay that much. And people are like, why? Well, you have all these other players. So what? You can never have too many good pass rushers. I don't care what it comes down to. We might have to give up some good picks for. I ain't gonna cap. It's gonna probably be at least like maybe a second. You know what I'm saying? But I'm cool with it. That boy's a beast, man. Imagine having him on this squad. Like, if you're gonna say, you know, the veterans like Brandon Graham, who else? I mean, because you who are you gonna say your two starters are? That's really what it comes down to. Who are you? Probably Hassan Reddick with his hand in the dirt, or is he going to be a linebacker? Like what? It depends on how they line these guys up. But if you could say Danielle Hunter and Josh Sweat and Hassan Reddick are all on the same field, like that's scary, bro. I'm down with that. I don't care how many snaps each of these guys play. I really don't care. Go out there and just.
It is, but so Joe, you're basically saying that you would trade a second. I
probably would, especially this year. We have two. So
you gotta think about the business mindset of Howie a little bit. We got two 30-year-old cornerbacks, 30 plus, and then we also got Brandon Graham, like you said, Fletch, Jason Kelsey. Somebody has to back up Cam Jurgens when he get that starting position. Would you be willing to give up that capital in the draft of next year to acquire somebody for the right now?
Yeah, I would. Wow. I would. I don't think that the Eagles have that many holes. I don't think that the Eagles are going into next year saying we need 1 million picks. Yes, we could have been able to draft a lot of great players, and I'm very happy about that. It's been a past couple of years that we have hit very well on the draft, but we don't need that second. We don't need Danielle Hunter in the same breath as I say that, but a 28-year-old pass rusher that's been able to, I think, over 70 sacks in his career so far. I mean, he's a proven commodity. It doesn't have to be a for now. It could be a for now. It could be a thing that you say, all right, yeah, we're just going to sign you for a year and, we'll just let your contract play out and, you figure it out from there. Or they could say, listen, we want to keep you on this squad and we're going to, do what we got to do to get, because you are losing a lot of guys. And the Eagles have showed the propensity to use their defensive ends as inside guys. So it just opens up that Trevor Trove of what can you do with these guys even more. There is no such thing as too many pass rushers, and there never will be. Aside from quarterback, left tackle, pass rusher is probably the most premier spot in the NFL. So if you got an opportunity to go get somebody at 28 years old that has proven to be an all-pro Pro Bowler, and you can do it within your means, by all means, I think that I would go as far as saying I might entertain a conversation with my first round pick. I really would, because assets come and go. At 32, if you sat here right now and said who I'm going to pick, you wouldn't be able to think. That's what I want. I want the 32nd pick, and if you can get a guy that might get you that much closer, I think you do it. Now, again, it's a conversation that is to be had at first round pick, but I would be open to a talk. I would be open to hearing what you would want, hearing what I could get back in return. But I think a second round pick is probably where you're starting a conversation with Danielle Hunter if you're any team. So if I'm the Eagles, I'm down to get in that conversation. You can never, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, you can never ever have too many pass rushers in this league.
See, Joe, I asked you that question because I don't agree with it, because I think that it makes it look like we're desperate.
I don't care what it looks like. Who cares what it looks like? If we win,
because bro, you just said that it's not really too many holes that the Eagles have. Yeah. Now you're saying that we got to give up a second for this guy.
I didn't say we have to. I said very clearly.
I have to.
We don't even have to. Neither of the.
But you said something about like entertaining the second.
Definitely. Yeah, I don't think that makes. I don't even care if it makes.
Listen, the reason I agree with Joe, right, is because
AJ Brown made us look desperate.
We losing. We're gonna end up losing a DN or maybe even a Cox next year.
Wait, bro. Before you continue, I'm sorry to cut you off, but we needed another receiver. We did.
Did we though? Did we need another a top 10 receiver when you had Devontae Smith? You had a Dallas Goedert from the outside looking in, and it's been said people thought that looked desperate.
Yeah, who's on the other side? Who's on the other side?
Wide receivers in a row.
But who was on the other side though?
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, as an Eagles fan, definitely, we wanted another receiver. We knew we needed another, but at the same time, I mean, as you asked that, who's on the other side of are we saying Nolan Smith's going to be the starter again with Josh Sweat? Are we going to say, like, there's so many open opportunities? Why not go get somebody that's a top 10, 15 guy at his position? I mean, I don't care if it looks desperate. At the end of the day, if you can go get anybody that would make this team better, do it.
Hey, Joe, to add a little bit to your comment, he has 3 years left on his contract too.
Does he? I thought this was his last year. I think.
Nah, he got a cap hit of $13 million this year, $11 million next year, and $5.6 million in 2025.
That hurt us.
That's
right
3
now.
years. 3 years though.
I don't think so. Those are void years. No, those are
void
years.
You can void them, or you can add to them, right?
Yeah. So hold on. I can actually pull it up. Hold on. Because the only thing that really got me into this
Well, how we like those type of deals with 1 year left.
I saw somebody post it. I saw somebody post the actual what the cap hit would be for anybody picking him up, and that's what kind of got me into this conversation.
What is it, 4.9 or something like that?
I'll tell you. All right, here I'll tell you right now. So this is what if the Eagles were to acquire him, right? They would acquire 1 year for $5.5 million. That's why context is very important. And I would give up a second round pick for that. Having a top 15 player at under $6 million, I would take that.
Yeah, and he's 71 sacks. He had 10.5 last year.
It's a little different now, in my opinion.
He had 10.5 sacks last year on a team that didn't really do well in the passing rush to quarterback category.
14.5 back to back just 2 years prior to that. So
I'm looking at. I think he had. See, I'm aiming. See, I'm aiming for the third or the fourth. I'm not aiming for that second, man. That second helped us out the last couple years.
Right now, do you think we can get what position? Not even a player.
See, I don't know. I don't know right now.
Well, then
I'm not going to say.
Why not? If I could tell you, you got the best player in the draft in the second round next year, but you lost the Super Bowl this year because you couldn't get a sack. Would you have went and got that pass rusher?
I would have added to the depth, yeah.
So what are we talking about here? That's my question. What are we talking about here? We trying to win a Super Bowl. Throw desperation out the window. We are desperate. We are desperate for a Super Bowl.
I think where it is. I think where it is that you are on the side of we gotta win the Super Bowl sooner than later. Whereas I want us to stay consistent to the point where we can compete for the Super Bowl for years to come. And I think that's where it is.
I want to win a Super Bowl sooner than later, but I also want to compete for more Super Bowls.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Old, especially on the defensive line, we've seen Calais Campbell's 45,000 years old. Brandon Graham's 30-something year, 5, I think he is.
Yeah.
Fletcher Cox is 33. These guys can play up in that mid 30 range. If you get a guy,
I'm not talking.
I don't know.
I'm not really talking about the. I'm talking about the age, but I'm not talking about how they're playing now. I'm talking about the age, whereas though that they could be either seeking another team or they could be talking about retirement. Like I said, Darius Slade, 32, about to turn 33. James Bradbury is 30 something. We're going to be looking for cornerbacks soon. And I know that we got some decent guys now. We all wanted to draft Greedy Williams. We finally got him. We don't know where we're going to play him at because now it's rumors that they got Zach McPherson in the slot now.
Yeah, but they got Greedy playing outside.
That's what one or two.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know what they're going to do. I thought Greedy was going to be behind Maddox, but
hey, listen. Listen, I thought last year Zach should have had some of those nickels when Josiah Scott was just blowing red. I thought he should have had some of those nickels.
I'm excited to see Job. I heard he was holding his own against the.
He played a little slot too.
Yeah. No, he wasn't. He was holding his own because I think Jalen Hurts had a lackluster one day. I think that Dom to Devontae, like, yo, let's stop playing.
That was a bright spot. But from what I heard, he was literally getting physical with him at the line of scrimmage. And
he was using his hands.
So yeah, hey, if that's what we're gonna get from Josh Jobe and Posier, well, Eli Ricks too. I heard he was getting physical. So that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to see. I want to see these boys.
But what I've been reading is that's Sean Desai's defense. Want us to, you're gonna feel us. Pause, but you're gonna feel us on you to the point where this is the Eagles defense, and that's just the reality of it. I think that Sean Desai is going to come with an aggressive approach, especially in the beginning of the season. It probably adjusts throughout, but in the beginning of the season, he really has to be focused after the bye, because after the bye, that's when it gets real.
Some of the fans might not know what adjust means. We haven't heard that word from our defensive side for a while. So, you might have to
you're right.
Slower next time, because
Jonathan Gannon was the worst adjuster ever. He never adjusted, and if it didn't work, he adjusted a little bit. He'd be like, I'm running cover 3 all day. And then they'd be like, oh, you getting beat. We're going to cover 2. Like, come on, dude. Like, you have to confuse
but we
people.
See, like I hate going back to the Super Bowl, but we seen what happened at the goal line, basically when they scored back to back in the same play, and all they did was hit and Madden, Joe, which you hit to flip the play. It was a flip of a play, and they did the same play back to back.
Does it make you mad when they come out and say that the second touchdown was a mistake?
Which one? Wait, say again. I'm sorry.
Kansas City. They came out and said that they made a mistake on the second play, and Patrick Mahomes literally just freestyled.
Yeah, that makes
me mad.
It makes me mad having to be at that draft and having to talk to. How many people came up to me like, "Oh, how about them? Eagles, huh? You guys." I don't have it here anymore. But somebody sent me out there. He sent me the Eagles tears bottle.
Oh man.
It's the worst, man. It's the worst. That whole experience. They're nice people. I'm gonna say that. Kansas City fans are really nice people. But, it just was annoying.
They nice because they won.
Yeah, they were happy. Exactly.
Yeah. Let it have been that Jalen Hurts didn't fumble, or Quest didn't drop that pass, or the defense did show up. Then it would have been like, oh man, no, we want to see them back in the Super Bowl. They would not like us at all.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Hey, listen, the next day after the Super Bowl, right? I'm coming. I had to go to like a little meeting for my time. I got a timeshare, so we had to go like this big meeting. And I get in there, bro. And everybody that walked past me talking about, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. But if you don't move from by me, if you don't go somewhere down the hallway or something, go eat some cereal or something, leave me alone, dude. Man, you all right? I mean, I'm good. It's we're gonna get it back.
Hey, go to Jigga's comment, the last comment on
this one.
Yeah, I want a rematch in the Super Bowl. I know we played them in the season. Yes, we're gonna take out some frustration there, but I want them back in the Super Bowl. Whatever it takes for them to get to the Super Bowl and for us to get to the Super Bowl, I want that to be the matchup. I do, because I feel like that Jalen Hurts is not going to lose twice. I don't think the Philadelphia Eagles going to lose twice. And I feel like
week 1. That's my main goal. Smack Juju on week 1. That'll be beautiful as well.
I forgot he with the Patriots. I forgot he with the Patriots.
I want to see Bradbury come up and press, and then just pick that boy up off his feet. Well, don't talk to me like that ever again. Don't you post nothing about me on Twitter.
Facts. Who hold the now?
And then look, you know what I was laughing about? I seen them in the White House, and he was doing the TikTok, and all I could think about in the back of my head, TikTok boy.
TikTok boy.
He was doing the TikTok with the White House. That boy sounded different.
Man, the whole team did it. The whole team did it with him. I was like, you're not even part of the team. They just being your friend.
Right.
They're like, yo, just get out of here, man. We'll get this over with. That's all
I get it, though. They happy that they won and everything like that. But at the same time, it's a whole new year. Everybody's 0-0. And when we go into New England after Tom Brady retire and everything like that, we're going to spoil that with a win. And that's what I'm focused on. I forgot that Juju was on there. Now I got another take. I can't
wait for week 1. I can't wait for week 1. I got to listen. That's the first payback. I can't see you in the Super Bowl. The Patriots won't be there. I need to get some pressure off my chest week 1.
I can't wait for some football, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for this to kick off, bro. I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of waiting. The Eagles like barely. I respect it, to a certain extent, but they literally do not like media apparently, because we were like the most undercovered team in the NFL. Like, you see any other team, there's mad clips out of all their players and stuff. We have like the bare minimum, but it is what it is. Soon we're gonna have real football and we're gonna be hyped.
Hey, anybody been watching the spring football? I really don't catch up, but
USFL.
What and the XFL coming out soon here in a couple of.
I think the XFL finished, right? I thought.
Okay. So there's USFL now, right?
Yeah, I haven't caught any of the USFL.
I think I caught one XFL game. It was decent though. They was kind of just like killing each other. I was like, no holds barred, kill each other. That's what I like.
Leg drops.
How do y'all feel about Boston Scott as a kick returner or punt returner?
I think it's a good idea. He did pretty good last year when we put him back. He wasn't doing punt, right? He was doing kick. He did pretty good on the kick return last year.
But I'm talking about replacing Covey.
But I think Covey will be still the punt returner. It's something about it has to be something that they don't trust Boston Scott to be the punt returner, because when they took him off Covey off kick return last year, they still left him on punt returns. So it's something Boston Scott don't do good in punts or whatever. I don't know. But I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing Devin Allen really try. I want to see him. He's an Olympic gold medalist. Let the man get a couple kicks in.
But like I told you before, I think that they don't trust his hands. It's not the speed of the guy. It's his hands. They did trust his able hands.
Because they said he wasn't in football shape last year. From what I've read, he wasn't football ready last year. So I'm hoping this year, you had a whole year, you're football ready.
Yeah, I mean, I like Boston Scott, but I would love to see him improve. Some type of upgrade. We got a lot of wide receivers in this building. Hopefully, one of them, maybe a running back, Kenny Gainwell. Maybe he could focus a little bit more on that. Instead of, now that we have this kind of like pen of running backs. Maybe Quez Watkins. I would love to see Quez Watkins on kick return. He's fast. Why not?
That's what I said.
There's a lot of different guys. Boston Scott it would be cool because it would be nice for him to have at least a role, like some type of role, because I don't know what he's going to be within this running back room. So I wouldn't be mad at it.
Is everybody happy with the running back room? Because I see the Dalvin Cook is stirring up in the air. We need Dalvin Cook. Trade Penny. Trade Gainwell.
Bro, you already know how I feel. You know how I
already know. We already talked about it, but I wanted to bring Joe in because the tomfoolery has started, man.
I'll say this: I'm down for an upgrade anywhere you want to upgrade. If you feel like he's a better option than any of these guys that you have, go for it. I really don't care. Especially he's going to be cheap. Why not? If the Eagles want to bring him on in, bring him on in. I really do not care. Do we need him? Probably not. Do we need anybody? Probably not. But there's always room for an improvement. And we do, to give a reasoning behind it, or at least try to make one up, that you do have injury concern. And I think you have a very, very rightfully so injury concern with probably your top two guys, depending on how you look at Kenny Gainwell. But he's probably like number 3, maybe. But you look at the top two guys that you got this offseason, DeAndre Swift and what's his name? Penny. Yeah, Rashad Penny. I don't know why I blanked. But those guys definitely have a lengthy injury history. So, there could be some concern there. I think that it's more they're going to probably wait it out, kind of get through this maybe a couple games and see who's out there, maybe a vet that's on the trade market or a vet that's still waiting on free agency. But it's possible. I think it's always possible. And like I said, I'm always down for an upgrade. You can always talk me into getting something better.
So Joe, my question is, where is your room for improvement, position-wise?
And hold on, wait. I got to add to that question. Where's your room for improvement? And who is your guy that you would go get to improve that position?
I don't think, that's the thing. Right now, I don't think that you can really say we need to improve anywhere. I don't know enough about the linebackers to say that we need to improve. But that would be a spot I would look at. Maybe like a Patrick Queen, a Devin White, something like that. But I don't think that that's a huge, like Devin White would be a pretty big upgrade. Oh shit, my thing just fell. Y'all heard that?
Yeah.
my board just fell. That just scared me. But either way, no, like I don't think that would be like the biggest upgrade. Probably Buda Baker would probably be like a big upgrade over what you have. But even then, you know, depending on how Terrell Edmonds is looking, it looks like he's, you know, kind of been standing out this offseason. So maybe those two. Maybe if you're looking at offense, you're looking for a guy that can definitely improve the depth of this offensive line at the very least. Maybe like a DJ Fluker who's been posting his workouts every other day. Or you look at somebody like that. I think that there's no like huge room for improvement anywhere. I think that you can get better in places, but I think that I would be nitpicking if I said we had to do. I think the very clear ones are like the linebacker, safety, like I said, but maybe like a under talked about one is our offensive line depth. But again, I don't think that it's a need. I don't think anybody's necessarily like we have to go get this guy or we're going to be terrible this year. So we're in a good spot.
Yeah, we are in a good spot.
Where's your spot, DV? Who is your guy?
I'm the same. I'm the same linebacker. Safety. I'm all for getting Buda Baker. I don't know how generous that the Cardinals and Johnson again is going to be trying to get trade for him, but I think that we probably be the first call because they got that kind of relationship where that yes, they did get nipped for what happened during the draft, but we do got that relationship where as though that we can make a play for Buda Baker, we will be in the running for him. But safety would be my best bet, man. But Sydney, man, Sydney got me second guessing, man. I think that Sydney's going to be tough, especially if, God forbid, Reed Blankenship or one of those guys get hurt. I think that he's going to come out and show that hunger. I really do. I do got trust in our young guys, but like the mindset there, because we touched there and lost in the Super Bowl. Mindset is Super Bowl, and we can't have like young guys sitting up there not thinking and thinking outside the box too much to the point where it's not within, what we're trying to do, our system. But like everybody's learning this new system now. Everybody's learning the strong side system on defense, man. And I'm a defensive guy. That's why I always talk about it. I talk about Jalen Hurts. I talk about the offense, but I'm a defensive guy. My favorite Eagle all time, Brian Dawkins and Hugh Douglas. Them two guys. That's why I start loving the Eagles. But anyway, I just think that the linebacker will probably be the weakest right now. Christian Ellis, yes, he showed up in the last OTAs, but OTAs, I'm not going to lie, OTAs is OTAs. I don't want to downgrade it, because it gave us great content and everything like that, but it's not
OTAs.
Training camp.
It's OTAs.
It's not training camp. It's not training camp. It's not dual practice. We got to see what they do there. That's why I didn't really say too much about Quez Watkins yet, because I want to see dual practice. In dual practice, we did see Greg Ward grab a one-hand catch, but then we didn't even see him on the field. It's up in the air right now. I know we have the talent to actually make that run right now, but like Joe said, there's always room for improvement. There's always somewhere that we can actually, the two positions that we just named probably ain't even what they're looking at. They're probably looking at somewhere else. We don't know until they actually give us the, hey, this is what we're doing, and then we can report on that, So with that being said, man, I just think that, we just got to trust. We got to trust coaching staff. We got to trust Howie Roseman bringing these people in. We got that hurt me. That hurt me.
Oh, no.
But the process we do gotta trust.
Huh? You said trust what?
No. We just gotta trust.
Hold on. What process?
Huh? The process of the Eagles.
No. Process.
No. We got Eagles here.
Process of getting kicked out in the second round. That's the Sixers.
That's the Cowboys process too.
All right, I'm done.
All right. So anyway. But anyway, I just think we just need to trust Howie and the moves that we make because, like I said, I say this all the time. We got CJ Gardner-Johnson, regardless of if we against him or for him right now. We got him in August, so we got to trust the process.
Hey man, so we hitting that nice little hour mark, man. So hey, look, we're gonna start with Joe. Hey man, give me some thoughts. Give me some content that's coming. Everybody know where to find my boy Joe at. If you don't, you lost. You ain't even an Eagle fan. I don't know what kind of fan you is if you don't know where Joe at. Come on, Joe, talk to me, man. Talk to the fans nicely now.
So what am I supposed to do?
just give me some thoughts. You know, anything you got. You know, anything you working on that you want the people to check out.
All right.
You know.
I appreciate y'all having me on. This was fun, man. It was good to laugh and everything and just chop it up. About the Eagles, man. I think the Eagles are going to be great this year. I can't wait to really get into everything happening. Obviously, we're working on getting everything professional. So it's been a fun off season so far. But yeah, no, if y'all want to check stuff out, I do now have a Patreon. I'm starting up a Patreon where I'm basically every day going to be uploading stuff on there. There's a bunch of different perks and stuff. But I'm excited for this year, man. I that's really where I'm at. Follow me on Twitter if you want to get annoyed. I talk about negativity apparently when I talk about Hurts, but other than that, I talk about Eagles all day. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not good at talking about myself. Shout out to y'all. Y'all killing it. Smitty, you my guy. DV, you my guy. Like, I really respect y'all hustle and what y'all putting forth. So I appreciate y'all letting me on y'all platform.
DV, what you got coming, man? You got something coming special for me, man? I'm trying to check out
some
new content, man.
I'm revamping my channel as we speak. Do want to be more consistent, get more serious with this YouTube thing. It costs you $3.99 to subscribe to all of our channels. First and foremost, $3.99 to subscribe, ding the bell for notifications so you know when we're dropping. All good content, like I say, all the time. Follow all Eagles content creators because we bring something different to each other. But when we collab, it's something. It's like a work of art almost. So, but yeah, with that being said, man, like I don't know about these guys, but I do. You see the Sixers logo on the back. I do touch base. I sprinkle some Sixers in there a little bit. I know we suck right now. I know.
Hey, yeah, I'm a Mets fan, bro. Y'all don't suck. But it does feel good for you to feel like that.
No. We do suck. We suck. From our standards, we suck. But I do sprinkle some Sixers in there. So if you're a Sixers fan, you can follow me on that note. But I'm majority Eagles now because we suck at Sixers, so I can't balance it out anymore. But that being said, man, look, I ain't got really too much working on. I'm just revamping my channel to the point where I can actually put out good content. I'm studying and everything like that. I just bought a new camera, so stay tuned for that.
Hold on.
Money is nice. Championships are better.
Yes, sir.
Listen, man, when I come to y'all, that's gonna be my new. Every time, DV, I started it last week, right? That's gonna be my new clip before I give you my final touches, man. Because money is nice, but championships are better. Everybody can say one championship this, one championship that, but hey, we on the rise, man. As I seen earlier, dynasty is destiny. I've been saying that for a minute. If you go back and watch a few of my videos, man, this is our destiny, man. We have no other way but up. We lost the Super Bowl. You can have whatever you want. You can feel however you want. But if you're an Eagles fan, you should feel great. You should feel confident that your team has the most likely chance of being back in the Super Bowl. We have the best team in the NFL right now. Everybody else is attached to all these players. Yeah, we are attached to them. But guess what? If you listen to the people talk, we don't need them. They want us to have them. If y'all ain't ready for a Super Bowl run, man, please look. Go in your closet, play to whatever God you pray to, and come back out with whatever Aaron Rodgers came out with to go to the Jets. Y'all need that same vision because we going back, man. It's Super Bowl 58 for us, just like it was 52. We're going back for 58, man. And hey, listen, I am gonna be dropping. Look, I've been trying my best. If you can ask Joe, he right here. I've been trying my best to learn this video editing thing so I can give y'all videos every day, man. I don't want to put out trash content or just any. I've been watching. Listen, I've been watching. iMovie. I'm on iMovie. I'm on Clip. What is this? It's another one I just got on. It's Clip Champs. I'm on all that. I'm learning as much as I can to give y'all great content, man, because I want y'all when y'all tune in to feel how y'all tune in when y'all tune in for everybody else, man. You know, it's a grind, and we all grinding to get better, man, no matter where we at in life, man. And, you know, with that being said, I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. And until next time.
But to tell me I came out with DeAndre Swift over Bijan,
Jordan Davis, because, you know, still play the same